What's up, guys? So just wanted to make this video real quick. This isn't scripted. No, this isn't anything like how my videos normally are. But I just found out that Bob Proctor passed away. And if you don't know who Bob Proctor is, he's a big proponent of the law of attraction. He was a big contributor to The Secret documentary. And if you've been following me for any amount of time, I have a big issue with the law of attraction and The Secret. And I have recently written a book, and it's about The Secret, and it goes through like all of my issues with it and the problems that it has in like its truth claims and how they just, they don't really make any sense. And in it, I discuss many of the contributors to The Secret. And one of those people is Bob Proctor. And, I purposely, I wrote the book not to like point my finger like, oh, you're wrong, I'm right. That's not what I do in that book. And, if you buy it, cool. It's not even out yet, but you'll see that. But I speak about Bob Proctor, and I'm just a little sad right now because part of the reason I was writing the book is one of my intentions is to like, push it really out there so that way people like Bob Proctor and other contributors of The Secret like may get their hands on it and read it and understand the error in their ways and hopefully shift their mindset a little bit and start looking at Jesus in a different light than they are. So I'm disappointed that he passed away before that. I'm also disappointed because although in my research for the book, I did see that he is a Christian. At least that's what some of the websites say. I couldn't find him really saying anything about Christianity or his relationship with Christ or anything. He does talk a lot about God, but he also talks about us being divine as well and kind of like drifts into this new age, new thought way of thinking. And so I just wanted to make this video, one, to give my condolences. I doubt anybody who knows him is going to see this, but also to just maybe give some perspective. So Bob spent his whole entire career teaching people how to obtain things materially. And there was a time period in my life where listening to Bob Proctor really helped me because he talks a lot about changing the way that you think. And I think that changing the way that you think is very important. It's actually one of the things that I'm in agreement with when it comes to the law of attraction is changing the way that you think is a good thing. If you're always focused on the negative, like you're a very difficult person to be around. And I was that difficult person to be around. And so, Bob spent his whole career, even though he impacted people, he spent his whole career teaching people that they're divine and that you can attract anything materially that you want. And I just want to give this perspective. To what end does attracting the material into your life, like what does it count for? Here we have somebody who comes to the end of his life and he spent it teaching people how to chase the material and not speaking about his Christianity or Jesus at all. And if you're a Christian, it's not like you have to speak about your Christianity. I mean, I think you should share the gospel with people, but not everybody feels called to do that. As I researched him more, I came across a few things that made me think like maybe he doesn't really believe Christianity anymore. I came across this on the Proctor and Gallagher page where it speaks about Christianity as like out with the old and how you don't need to hold on to those old things. You can find your own truth and you can live out your own truth and you shouldn't feel pressured into believing any of that old stuff. And it's true, you shouldn't feel pressured into believing it, but if that stuff is true, it's very important. There's a quote by C.S. Lewis that says, "Christianity, if false, is of no importance, and if true, of infinite importance. The only thing that it cannot be is moderately important." And I pray for everybody who gets, caught up in this law of attraction world that's so busy just chasing the material and so focused on the material and what you can get out of this life right now. Life is short. I mean, Bob was lucky to live a long life, but life is really short in comparison to eternity. And eternity is a very long time to be wrong about Jesus. And this life is a very long time to be teaching people the wrong things about Jesus, especially if you're calling yourself a Christian. So I just wanted to hop on here and and discuss it and just ask you who are listening to this. If you're somebody who is so focused on chasing the material, at the end of your life, what does that matter? And yes, you can pass on your material wealth to your kids, but what are the values? What are the truths that you're passing down to your children? Are you passing them the truth? You can pass them money and material things all that you want, but if they have no truth, what is their life grounded in? What is their meaning in? Is there meaning found in the material? Is there meaning found in how much they can get out of this material world that we live in? I don't know. This really saddens me, because even though I disagree with Bob Proctor on a whole lot of stuff, I like the dude. I think he's a victim of confirmation bias and cognitive dissonance, and I really hope that he got right with Christ before moving on to the next life. And I really hope the doctrine of once saved, always saved is true. That it's something that I'm really studying, but I really hope that once you put your faith in Christ, that's it. Even if you walk away from the faith, I hope that that's true. I don't know, I'm troubled over this a little bit, and I just wanted to make this video because everyone knows where I stand when it comes to the law of attraction and The Secret. I'm always telling people not to listen to Bob Proctor. I'm always doing that. And I know right now, as in musicians, when they pass away, everyone starts listening to their stuff. And, I know Bob Proctor just passed away and everyone's going to start listening to his stuff. And, I'm glad the man's legacy can live on. But I just really hope that he did find the truth before moving on to the next life. So I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this video. You're speaking on somebody when he dies, you clout chaser and all that. I know, but it's all right. I just want to give my piece on it. I'm praying for Bob Proctor's family. I'm praying for anybody who's been impacted by him, praying for peace in this time, and also praying that God uses times like this to bring people into a real relationship with him and to shift our focus off of the material and onto the eternal. So, all right, guys, I'll see you on the next one.